Yeah, it's recording.
Hello everyone, I'm Bandaru Radhika Madhuri and my teammates are Meghna, Varun, Ganesh and Abhishek. Today I'm going to present about GTRI IT Web Management app. A project requirement is to develop an IT management software to manage license and assets owned by an organization. A main focus is on license and asset management. A base setup was given to work on and improvise the software mainly for license and asset tracking. A project goal. The major objective of the capstone is to construct license and asset tracking software for this IT management web application as well as to extend the application. Agenda environment setup, CRED operation for asset and license tracking, and also screenshots of CRED operation and code deployment, and final submission of the project and department presentation. And coming to tech stack, we used Bootstrap and jQuery for front end, and PHP for back end, and MySQL for database, Composer for package management, host Apache, code versioning tools GitHub, virtualization Docker desktop, and for IDE we use Visual Studio Code. Methodology. We have used agile methodology for developing the blueprint of the project for higher efficiency and to be easily collaborate, where this methodology gives information on delivery trends so that workflow procedure can be adjusted to remove the bottlenecks. We have created a plan and Gantt chart in such a way to deliver the code in three milestones: milestone 1, 2, 3, and final submission. And here is the Gantt chart of a project.
From here on, my name is Sai Varun, and from here on I'm going to continue about the presentation. And coming to the slide you're seeing is the planning that we have done throughout the project. So there are like different kinds of steps, different steps that are involved in planning. You can see that the steps are how the license tracking and our hardware assets will function. We have explained about that, and also we have also explained any given asset in the IT can be categorized. There are two categories that we can uh, that the assets are divided: the hardware assets and the software assets. And coming to the next slide, there are also different steps that we have gone through the planning thing, and also the some of the achievements that we have uh, done we got throughout the projects are like we have completed basic setup and operation of each system, and we have also recognized what's the current flow of the project, and we also took care of the assembling groups together so that everyone is doing their own work and also contributing in for doing the other people other helping in others work too. And we have from designing perspective, in order to advance in this project, we had to master the big templating engine and the Phoenix library in this project. And coming to the next slide, the for after doing all of these, after we achieved these things, we for the project to work, we need to set up the environment. So we were able to uh, compile with the uh, instructions given, and also we were able to create the right conditions for the project to run smoothly. Even though we got like some uh, errors in the start when we started to work on the project, but later on we have worked through it and made the project to run smoothly. And the technologies which we use in the project are new to us, and since we are in the learning stage, it was some kind of difficulty in start, but we were able to complete the project. And then coming to next slide, we have used these tools in completing the project. We have used Linux partition on Windows, and we have enabled the virtualization in BIOS and used Docker desktop. And we have also used languages such as PHP, MySQL, uh, and Composer too. And coming to the next slide, This is the results for the first part of the environment setup. So when we run the build PS, and coming to the next slide, environmental status. This is the status of the environment. And next slide. And so after we have as I mentioned that we've got some errors, and we had to make some modifications for the code, and code. So after doing the code modifications, we were successful in identifying the default code base areas and which were required the attention. And also we changed the views and by adding new modules, and also fewer migration related concerns needed to be resolved. And and these are the code modifications we have done for the errors we got. And these are the images of the web page. And from here on, next person is going to continue from the presentation. Thank you.
B.
So coming to the images of web pages, above the images is the home screen of a web management application. It consists of asset tracking module, license tracking module, and self-service module for future developments. We can also navigate to users and roles by clicking on admin menu. So Ganesh, can you move to next slide? Now coming to dependencies, we constructed the system using these libraries, and the password and the other data are encrypted and decrypted using polarizing and bicrypt, and the environment information is read and loaded into our app using php.env. Twig will utilize an interface for pre-made templates and script embedding. Here we use a UUID to create unique IDs for the primary keys in the schemas. So now coming to implementation, a Docker Composer file to launch the containers and make the app's features usable locally. A visual representation of a code base with APIs for getting information from the backend for tracking license, users, profiles, and other components were already operationally, but the primary code base was with little errors. To make it simple for anyone to download the project and run it locally without having to think about it, migrations are offered as simple schema files. So now coming to milestone 3, we have completed CRED operations. These are the screenshots for the asset tracking table and license tracking table. In asset tracking table, we can see the table. We have ID, name, type, and ascend columns. But coming to license tracking, we have ID, name, versions, total purchase, managed installations, and network installations. So here, by clicking on the add new asset, we can add a new asset to the inventory. Here it is a red operation screenshot. By clicking on the view button, shows the details for the assets. This is a screenshot of update operation. Edit button helps us to update the existing assets. Here, the final operation, delete operation, we can delete any asset by clicking on delete button.
Yeah, my name is Ganesh. I'm going to take over this presentation. So coming to license tracking is similar to asset tracking. So the create operation is it to create a new license which we add to a new license to our inventory. And coming to read operation, if you click on view button, we can able to see the license of existing license information. So in update operation, we can able to update any existing license by clicking on edit button. And also is a delete operation can be done by pressing the delete button to delete any existing licenses. So coming to the this is the recorded presentation, and today I'm going to show you the live demo for the project. So this project is hosted on local host. So the here I'm logging with the admin user and admin password. So this is the home screen for our IT web management application. Here you can see asset tracking and license tracking modules and self-service, which uh, we can work in the future. Like we can develop like a ticketing tool in the future. And here is a admin drop-down menu, which you can go through dashboard profile and creating users and roles. So coming to asset tracking. So here I'm going to perform all the 4 CAD operations for asset tracking. So I'm going to add a new asset. Uh, I'm taking as a Samsung like one hard drive, and it comes into storage devices. So I'm going to storage. Total purchased as 15, and I'm assuming as 15. And you can see here whether it comes to in warranty, out of warranty, or extended warranty. So it is in warranty, and assigned I'm assuming as 3. So when you click on add button, a new asset has been added to your inventory. So here you can see we added a new asset to our inventory. Total purchase as 15 and asset as 3. So same way we can see this new asset in our database by refreshing here asset tracking table. So you can see Samsung 1 TB hard drive has been added to our inventory. So I'm going to if you click on any view button on any asset, you can see the all the asset details. So if you want to edit, update on any existing license, suppose I'm going to edit this Lenovo laptop. So I'm changing the assign to 3, and when you click on edit button, it's gonna update as per the requirement. So this is the you can see the I can modified the assigned value to number 3. So like this, we can able to delete any existing inventory track. Suppose I'm deleting this HP laptop from my inventory. So as you can see, HP laptop has been deleted from here as well as from the database. You can see, yeah, the HP laptop has been deleted successfully. So these are the 4 CAD operations for asset tracking. Similarly, when you go to home page for license tracking, I'm going to show the all 4 CAD operations. So when you click on add new license, so I'm taking a new Apache Tomcat as a host, and version 19.2, total purchase as 20, managed install I'm assuming as 5. And you can see is whether it's in compliance or under license or over license. So in compliance, and network installations as 5. So you can see the Apache Tomcat new license has been added to my inventory, and if you click on the same, you can able to read the license. So for suppose if any license has been under license, we can able to modify from here. So I'm going to modify this MS Office to under licensed. So you can see the MS Office has been modified to under license, and as well as if you go to database under license tracking, you going refresh. So the new Apache Tomcat license has been added to my inventory. So I'm going to delete this web deployment tool from my inventory for the delete operation. So web deployment tool has been deleted from my inventory. So similarly, if you go to the database, you can see the deployment tool has been deleted from my inventory. So these are the 4 CRUD operations for both license tracking and asset tracking. And also we can able to create users and assign the roles for them. So I will try to create a new user, and any email, existing email address. And when I click on add, a new user has been created. And so you can see the new user has been created. If we go to edit option, and I'm going to approve this user because I'm now logged in as a admin user. I can do approvals for the new users. So you can see the changes has been applied to the username, and status is changed to approved. So I'm going to delete the same user which I created. Yeah, I can able delete the existing users. So these are the four main basic CRUD operations for asset tracking and license tracking, and this is our final goal for the project. So coming back to the presentation, so these are the final deliverables for our project. As I said, we need to create a role-based operation, like we can give the admin access to any user or revoke their access. So we also mentioned all the four CRUD operations which are mainly related to our project. So coming to next slide, Meghna will continue.
Hi all, I'm Meghna. So today we could successfully complete the project is mainly due to our team coordination and collaboration. So our frequent collaboration has increased our productivity than doing the same task alone. So working together as a team can boost our output and foster positive working relations. And our motivation level of involvement at work could both rise as a result of productive teamwork. Additionally, brainstorming and idea of sharing ideas, the creation of original solutions. So, coming to the meeting arrangements, we could hold a meeting either was as a team or a Zoom, where we could invite every participant and we could analyze the backlogs and move our tasks forward. Next slide. So, coming to the course's contribution, we have mainly used the Design Studio course and Strategy, Policy and Govern course. So, this design course was a huge benefit to our project as we have learned the concepts of CRED operations in that course, where the main agenda of the project was to implement CRED operations. So, as we are familiar with the concepts of CRED, client server interactions, we could easily implement those concepts in our project. So, coming to the strategy, policy, and govern. So, it mainly taught us how to build a strategic plan to be successful in the project. So, using this, we could build a strategic plan, gather the requirements, plan the stages, and also it helped to choose a methodology to complete the project successfully. Roles and responsibilities. So UI work and backend DB work and the weekly reports were done by Varun and Abhishek. So Ganesh has done his UI and backend development and testing the environment and documentations. So Meghna, so I have done distributing the work and worked on the user interface and testing the software. So Radhika worked on creating the solution and monitoring the progress and presentations. Coming to the learnings, so as this project was mainly built on PHP, so we have learned PHP, MySQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and other technologies. So, in order to achieve the greater progress, we have learned how to collaborate with the team members and divide the workload equally. So, coming to the UI UX front end part, we figured out how to encourage the end users to interact with the software. So I gained an understanding of the domain side of IT management, which includes learning how to maintain assets and license, as well as other areas like accounting, costing, inventory, staffing, etc. Importantly, I was able to anticipate how real time projects would be managed from beginning to end. Acquired knowledge of the significance of adhering to an agile project and how it affects fulfilling deadlines. Recognizing the value of collaborating with peers on the same tickets and module to maintain the flow of work when a resource is unavailable for a reason. Additionally, we learn end to end project management. Coming to the challenges, firstly, um, we had no idea where to begin. So now, by having a regular team meetings, we could prioritize a task and help each other to for the successful completion of project. So internet browsing to comprehend and envision the appearance and feel of IT management software assisted when developing a solution. So instead of asking to work someone a certain goal, we encouraging them to do what they want and what they're good at in developing the app. Working with the team members who are diverse mindset was initially challenging for everyone in our team, but due to the regular call meetings and that could help us build the relationship between the peers and grasp the work and could easily grasp the work environment and contribute from everyone based on the strengths. Coming to the future scope, we have created all the CRED operations, and if we want to handle a large volume of data, we can integrate our project with the Amazon S3 bucket. So we also have a scope to enhance the application by creating new features in the self-servicing model for ticketings, building a significant digital presence of a business, but they can also use the data to drive better client interaction and enhancements utilizing the power of machine learning. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.